This is the Normal Nerds Podcast, where two very normal dudes talk about very nerdy stuff. And what else we feel like talking about? I'm your host, Maxwell Cerzio.
And I'm your host, who thinks Kana Boom might be the greatest anime band of all time, Davis Bates.
This episode, we're giving our top 3 anime openings of 2023. So sit back, relax, and welcome to the Normal Nerds Podcast. All right, Davis.
Yo!
2023 ended, and it's 2024.
Yes, it is.
So, as a podcast would do, we will give our rankings of things that happened in the last year.
Of course. Full time.
We do our animes of the year and anime and openings and all that kind of stuff based on the calendar, the Gregorian year of January to December, not Crunchyroll's way, which is November 10th to November 10th. I don't know why they do that.
It's probably some Japanese thing.
I don't know.
Production thing. I don't know.
But that's what they do. So we're going to each give our top 3 anime openings of the year, and we'll discuss them and why we picked them and whatnot. Our list will definitely be different, and I'm just going to guess that we had the same number 2. I'm just throwing that out there.
We might.
I think we have the same number 2 for some reason. I'm just getting that vibe.
Okay.
But I say you say your list, I'll say my list, and then we'll deep dive into them.
Okay, I'm down for that. Yeah. So I'm gonna start from 3, go to 1.
Mm-hmm.
My number 3 is I gotta look at the name of it. Hell's Paradise opening.
Work.
Work. That's what it's called. Nice.
Pretty sure I'll double check, but
We're doing. This isn't just songs, right? This is the entire opening.
That's a good question. I
think it should be the whole opening.
I did it off of songs in my head.
I did it off of both, but it really doesn't change it that much for me anyways.
No, I guess no. Then yeah, mine's still the same, pretty much.
Yeah,
mine's the same. Yeah.
So my number 3 is definitely Hell's Paradise's opening. That thing was sick. Mappa has great openings as always. My number 2 is Work. Nice.
Got it.
Work. Got there and work. My number 2 is Zom 100's song or opening and song from with their band Kana Boom, who is
Song of the Dead.
Song of the Dead. And then of course number 1, the song I sing in my head almost every freaking day when I wake up is "You Are My Special."
Specials.
JJK's season 2 second opening was amazing, simply the best. I loved every second of it. I made sure I watched it every single time. So that's my list. I'll dive into it harder after you do yours.
Yep. So my list is my number 3 is I just looked up the title just to make sure. I don't know the Japanese alphabet. It says "Where Our Blue Is," which is the first JJK opening.
That's
in
a good
season
one.
2.
That's a good one.
Big fan of that one. Then my number 2 is the Zom 100, Song of the Dead. And then my number 1 is like Kitsia, whatever, the Demon Slayer Swordsmith Village opening.
That's a good one too.
So when I knew we were doing this episode, I was like, I should go look back and see it, because Hell's Paradise one, that is amazing.
It's awesome.
That's like my honorable mention number 4.
I'm
not a personal big fan of.
Let's save those to the end. They'll get 2 honorable mentions.
Yeah, two honorable mentions. I like that.
Yeah.
But
there should be something that's not on the list that we've done. Let's hit all of our anime this year. Not all of our anime. Never mind. That would make sense.
What are you talking about?
Never mind. Continue on. Honorable mentions are honorable mentions.
And I was going back through and listening and watching all of them just to see, like, blah, blah. And I listened and watched that one, and I was like, damn, this one is good. I forgot how much it slaps. And
like, remember the animation on it? We're talking about remember the animation on this? Yeah, it was freaking nuts. Bang, 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 bang. And like, just like, it was so
Wait, what are we talking about?
Oh, I don't know. I got after I did.
Are you talking about specials?
I'm talking about work.
Oh, Work. You're talking about Work. Oh, okay. I was talking about Demon Slayer.
Oh, I'm talking about Work. When I did the honorable mention thing, I lost complete track. That was my bad. Yeah. I just hope I was on the right page.
No, Work is great, and I learned.
Demon Slayer was good. Demon Slayer, you talked about it the entire time. It was classic. Like, it felt like a classic, like,
anime,
early 2000s anime opening.
Yeah.
Demon Slayer, they usually pretty much nail all of their openings. I think I still like their entertainment arc one more, but like this one was really, really good.
I like the entertainment arc one more. Yeah.
Yeah. And also, once again, it's one of those ones where I think in this one, which anime doing this a little bit more and more, which I really like, they're showing us some stuff in the opening that happened in the anime that is talked about. Like I think we saw Breathing Boy, I can't remember his name. We saw him in the opening. That's when he fights the robot. And that's when he breaks the sword. We don't actually see that happen in the anime. He just has his sword broken and stuff. So
that's cool. Yeah.
Right. It was really cool. So I like that a lot. Anime's doing that a lot more now, and I'm just like, yeah, good. Free up some space. And it was awesome. You saw everyone doing their breathing forms and all that jazz. And
that was like which we'll segue, since we're talking about my number one, we'll segue into your number one. So I don't Specials isn't even an honorable mention for me.
I knew I liked it so much more than you did.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of it.
I knew it. You were like, this is good. I was like, this is great.
I'm not a big fan of it, and I'll say, and I think it made me realize, like, the Demon Slayer one with this is Mappa does a great job at openings. Their animation style for their openings is always amazing. The visual aspect, I will give Specials, is the best visual opening. Facts. Mm-hmm. I 100% agree with that. But what they do, which this isn't a negative thing, it's a thing that I realized this year, is that they like to make anime openings that are not traditional anime songs. Like, they're just not. Like, they're like, Rumbling was like a good example. That Rumbling's like an actual heavy metal song. Mm-hmm. And like, Work from Hell's Paradise is not really traditional. Well, this song's not really traditional.
Imanimo, whatever
but that one is. That one is. But like, usually, like, they like to swerve left, like Lost in Paradise at the end.
There's all over the place out here.
Yeah, the Lost in Paradise at the end of this, like, that was not.
That was really good.
And even the ending for the season was like,
I knew the name
was
of it.
Sick, but like, it's just not like shut up. It's not like traditional, like, classic anime. But like, that's where like I realized I like the Demon Slayer like old school anime openings where it's like, like they're panning through a field and it just shows the main character standing there. Then it's all the Naruto slow motion head turns and it's just like hype. Where like Specials is like. It's different. It's just different. Which for me, I realized I like the old school classic more.
I like the new stuff, clearly, with this. I thought Specials is easily my favorite anime opening of the year. That song slaps. I love that. I play that song all the time. I think it's so
I've never
good.
listened to that song once.
Really? Oh, I listen to it.
Never.
I literally every time if I put the anime playlist on when I'm working out, it's like first thing I play. It's so good. I love it. I loved how like just in terms of the actual anime, I loved how dark this one was. It was such like a contrast to what's it called? Clear Blue?
We Are Blue?
We Are Blue, something like that. Their first opening where it's like happy-go-lucky and all this stuff. This one was dark. It was two sides walking to war. I loved it.
Yeah, the visuals were awesome.
The visuals were amazing. They did the thing where they showed Mahito on the train turning people into stuff, which you didn't actually see in the anime. It just showed up, which I like. Once again, I just talked about how I like it. But they did the one thing that I love in an anime opening the most. They changed it.
I do like when anime is
after Sukuna blew up Shibuya. It was like now it's different.
I do. I'm a big fan of that.
It's my big thing.
That's why I said I think visually, I think it's my favorite visually. Yeah. I actually looked up like some comments because I was like trying to see them like maybe I'm crazy, but like some people were like the song grew on me. It did. Like when the first time it came, I was like I don't like this at all.
I loved the whole thing. I remember you saying it. I remember you saying like, "Oh, this is not even close to the other opening," and I was I was watching. It was like, yeah, it's better.
I have like sometimes in my head I'm like, you are my special, but once again, that's literally like the only part of the song I know. Is you are my yeah, I don't know.
I can do the words.
I think it's
so good.
Yeah, I've never listened to that song once.
The red color, all the hand signs.
No, that was cool. Yeah, like I said, once again, I love the visual aspect. The song just doesn't do it for. My favorite anime song of all time is Silhouette. So anything closer to that is just going to be like what I'm going to like, which is the same band, Kanabun, which you did Zaman 100.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, that's why they're the greatest. We'll talk about them when we get to them. But yeah, no, I don't know. I think this is a hard difference in opinion because I like the moment this one came on, I was like, oh my god, it's so good.
No, I feel like that. I think that's like doing this like made me realize I was like I was like, yeah, Mappa likes to swerve a little left, which is always like good or bad. Because even Chainsaw Man, which is a great opening, but like that's not traditional.
Yeah,
it's
no,
not
even close.
And that's
that one too.
What was that? What was the Chainsaw Man? They had a different ending every episode.
Yeah, that was wild.
was
Those
wild.
poor animators.
That was wild.
Those
Yeah, Mappa is. Okay.
They're doing great things, but they just got a bunch of like skeletons in the closet of like animators that couldn't make it.
I will say we are not doing top 3 endings because we don't really pay attention to this much. But at number 1, hands down, just before we jump off JJK special, number hands down is that ending.
JJK's ending.
Oh
yeah.
my god!
Yeah, it's
it's
really
so
good.
sad. The song's amazing. The animation is just like and they extended it in the last episode. It was an extended version of it, and I was like,
Yeah, and they played at the moment like that one hit me the most too, right after Navarro died, and it was just like, ah, and it was one of those things too where I don't know, they played it. Every ending can do this in every anime, but they like, I don't know, when the beat started at the end of every episode, you're like, no,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
like it was like, I don't know, it was perfectly placed every time. So
and I have listened to that a bunch of times.
oh
I
yeah,
do
that's
love
a good one.
that
That's a good
ending.
one. I listen to that. I put on the playlist too.
But we both had to say number 2, which
Yeah.
was Zom 100, which this is when they finally had an opening.
Yes.
I will say this, even though I think visually Specials was one of the best. I don't and fit the show very well. I don't think there was an opening that fit its show better than Zom 100.
Agreed with that, 100%.
Yeah, it was the show.
It was awesome.
It was
Zombies
awesome.
just dancing. They did wild. Like, I understand why it took them so long to animate this, because like all the finger movements they were doing and all this stuff. It was like, oh my goodness. You had them, and they had all the characters singing the song too, which was like, oh my god. Which is what I wanted them to do ever since the start of the show, when they had like the crappy opening where we're just replaying half the stuff. Because the opening when the opening opens and he's like sitting on like a pylon singing, I was like, the entire time I was wondering, like, oh, I wish he was just singing like the entire time. We could see him doing it, and then that's what they did exactly. I was like, yes.
Yeah.
Yes. It was really, really good. I keep seeing these 2 Asian guys on like Instagram or TikTok. They just keep like doing the dance, but it's doing it in different outfits, and I'm like, how does this keep getting likes? I don't know.
That's really weird.
It's really weird. Like, the
really
first time I
weird.
saw it, I was like, oh, this is pretty good actually,
weird.
and then like they're still doing it. I was like, okay, maybe do something else. But anyways, really, really cool. I love the zombie theme, just them dancing in the background. It just fits the show perfectly.
Yeah, it really does. And I like, first of all, we should look up more songs by Kanaboom or whatever.
Kanaboom.
Yeah, Kanaboom. We should look at more songs. Obviously, they have Silhouette, which is my...
They did My Hero. I think
My Hero
the
also-
one you actually like the most. I think they might have done that.
Polaris.
I think they might have done that.
Oh,
I'll have to check it. We'll look into
Once
that.
again, My Hero. One day, we have to remember to write this on the board. One day we should rank animes with the most consistent best openings.
That's fair. Yeah. Okay.
Because
No,
like
that-
Naruto, obviously King of Kings on that.
I know.
But then like My Hero's openings are always good. Demon Slayer's always good. Jujutsu Kaisen's are always good. Like
are.
there's just always like there's some anime that just like they nail it. But Zom 100, one thing I love about this opening so much is that like they did the cheery aspect of it so
Yeah.
well. Like where and like there's zombies and awful stuff happening, but they're just like dancing, moving, like
Having a good
like
time.
big smiles.
Yeah.
And then the one girl, Shizuki, whatever, she doesn't want to, she doesn't want to, and
They
then
make her
like
do
they
it,
make her
she
do
do
it.
it. Oh, it's
Yeah. It was one of those. It was worth the wait.
It was it was really, really good. One thing I want to talk about too in that, it's like, I don't know why, maybe, I don't know if it's a call out or not. There's just like one point when they're all like, trading spots, singing and stuff, where he's wearing a red shirt and a straw hat. I don't know if that was supposed to be a One Piece call out or something like that.
Probably.
He just
It
randomly changes his
probably
outfit to
was.
that.
It
I was like,
probably was.
what is this?
It probably
So that was really fun. But that opening, hands down, it
I
just
love
slapped.
when anime calls out other anime.
It's really great,
It's
right?
so
It's
good.
really, really fun.
It's so good.
So I thought it was overall just
Yeah, that was. I knew we were gonna have to say number 2.
If it's tough to say this, if you are my special, if that wasn't my, it's tough to say because then they're opening. If JJK didn't exist, I'd say this was my most visually the best one this year because the hand animations, and everything,
was really
it just
good.
and everything worked perfectly.
It was really
I know
good.
Mappa. I know
What studio did this? Oh, I don't know.
dog, something with a dog in it. I was about to say something else though. Hell's Paradise, Mappa, like obviously they had all this crazy visual stuff going on. It was really awesome and I loved it. That's why it's my number 3. It fit the song great. They had great cuts and all that stuff. But this one, it was just like every turn you're like, this is great. This all just fits perfectly. The finger I'm a slut for finger animation. Ever since Naruto, I'm just a slut for it. It's like, I'm a hand guy now. That was hilarious.
Apparently, you said the same thing about Jujutsu Kaisen.
Yeah, there's a scene in that where they just like throw hands everywhere, actually.
Where they do the hand symbols.
Yeah, the hand symbols, like Dodo's clapping, and then, Mahito shoots out a bunch of hands.
There. Ladies, listen.
Oh, there you go.
Davis
There
likes
you go.
the hands.
Hey, it could be feet, so I'll take the hands.
Way better. Oh,
Yeah.
gross hands are awful. But Zom 100. I knew it was gonna be your number 2. I knew your number 1 was specials.
I literally have I
talk
never
about
do
it
this.
all the time.
I never consistently through an entire season watch the opening, but that one and Zom 100. Obviously, if they'd had this the whole time, I would have watched it the entire time. But I watch that every time it comes on, and every time specials comes on.
Yeah,
because I just feel like I have to.
Well,
I feel like this is amazing.
I remember we were watching Jujutsu Kaisen together, and I skipped the opening. You're like, what?
Yeah, what was that? I knew you didn't like it as much.
I don't like it. I don't
you tried
like
lying
the song.
to me. It's like, oh no, it's really great. It's only
no, the song is good. I said the song.
You told me one night. It was like, oh yeah, it's the best one. You totally lied to me.
I definitely lied then, yeah.
Yeah, you 100% lied to me. I knew it. I knew this fucker's lying right now.
Maybe I was just in the hype of JJK.
Yeah.
No, I just never liked the song. I just I could never. It's just like something about that. Like when I'm listening to Demon Slayers, I'm like, yeah, oh my god, I just like the hype up anime songs. Maybe that's what.
This one hype.
It's very traditional. I think it's like very switched. Where it's like usually you like the like only happy hype up songs, and I'll like go. But like when it comes to anime openings, you'll go for the slower ones.
Yeah, I guess that's true. Yeah, it's a little weird. Yeah.
Where I like the literally the Demon Slayer opening is literally so old school anime. There are scenes where they like slowly turn their head and they breathe, and there's literally a scene of a camera panning of them in a field from a distance. It's like they were just like classic anime stuff, put it in, and I love it. I love the opening when like they hit the metal like to work on the swords and all the shadows are changing.
That was really good.
That was Demon Slayer does good openings, but Entertainment District Arc, I think last year, which you like specials is. You love that so much, but I think last year, 2022, the anime openings were like way better. I think there was like harder, like Souvenir, My Heroes, not JJK's, Demon Slayers, Entertainment District Arc, all these like there was just some openings that just.
It's tough to argue against Souvenir and Entertainment District Arc. It really, really is.
Yeah. I just think there was like in My Heroes opening.
And
then Chainsaw Man's opening was really good too.
Yeah, it's tough to say.
I just feel like there was like a lot of really
tough to argue
good ones.
Tough to argue against that. Yeah.
Like for this one, like I like all of them, and you really like specials, but like Zom 100 is really good too. But like I like all of them, but like they're not like if they had to go up against like Souvenir would have won for me. My Heroes was really good. I always forget that one was so.
It was.
Chainsaw Man's was also really good.
Yeah, but I would pick Chainsaw Man's over My Hero, honestly.
Yeah, probably. So that was a good one. I did listen to that one a lot too.
Yeah.
But anyways, number 3 is I did JJK, We Are Blue or whatever. I love that opening. Once again, classic anime opening.
That's a happy-go-lucky one for a really, really sad arc, actually.
Yeah.
Really sad. At least Specials is like, it's going to be dark, guys. That one was like, they're going to have a great time. Nope.
No, it was... First of all, I always love clapping.
That was so good.
I'm always a fan of clapping in songs, and when they did that, and they even animated it, they didn't need to, but they did. And the animation, we are so spoiled because like the animation. Oh God,
we're not sponsored.
No. The animation alone in that like opening, it's just like they're like flying out of a building, there's dragons flying around, all that kind of stuff. It's like if you showed somebody like in 1990s, like this is just an opening, they'd be like, what the hell?
Who put that in? That's like a movie.
And that one is very happy. It's just like it's one of those where I'm just like. Yeah. But then you had
I've on Instagram and I've like that band's done that live within the background and it's really good.
It was awesome.
Yeah.
And then you had Work, which was also.
I already talked about it a bunch. I love Work.
I will say,
Hell's Paradise is fire. I can't wait for that to come back.
Oh, I know that anime might get bigger.
I hope it does. It's really, really good.
Because once again, I was like going back and listening to a bunch of openings, so you can forget some of them, Yeah. And Work, by the way, is like number 2, like of last year that like everyone loved. Like people,
that's cool.
And listening to it again, I'm like,
it's dope. I listen to it when we're out. It's like,
yeah. And the opening is very like an acid trip. And we're watching it. I'm like, they had the Naruto guy like dead against the tree. I was like, no. There's no show that made you fall in love with the character so fast and it just killed him.
Facts.
But everyone was talking. Like I was reading a lot of comments and people were like fire opening for an anime that's going to be absolutely incredible. So I'm like, I'm assuming the manga's awesome.
I hope so. I've seen like, of course, manga readers keep trying to spoil it, but I've seen a couple of panels and it looks good. Looks really good.
And Mappa did it, and I know that every once in a while they do like a random anime here and there,
Mm-hmm.
and they didn't really promote Hell's Paradise. Like they don't really promote anything. Now that I think about it, I think it's just it's just
Yeah,
weird.
remember when JJK came out and I was like, I think I heard about this,
Yeah.
and like that you were the one who was like, we gotta watch this because you just picked it up randomly.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah.
It's like,
Oh
we
yeah,
didn't,
yeah.
It was 8 episodes in before like I didn't see anything
Yeah, that's
about
true,
it,
that's
and
true.
now it's everywhere. In Japan.
Yeah, everyone loves
They have
it.
it they literally have like Gojo in his cube in Shibuya.
Oh really?
Yeah, they
That's
have like
cool.
a prop there and everything.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Well, I was gonna say because like you remember Chainsaw Man was coming out and that was all anyone could talk about. It's not Mappa doing it. It's just a bunch of weebs doing it.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah.
So,
Like,
like,
they don't advertise themselves.
until an anime is
Attack on Titan they did, but that's Attack on Titan.
Well, yeah. I was gonna say until an anime is established,
Yeah.
like they don't.
Yeah,
They
they're just
don't
like, yeah,
advertise
it
it.
might work, it might not. Who
And once
knows?
again, I don't know if Map is advertising. I think it's Crunchyroll advertising it.
You think? Oh,
Yeah, because like usually that's where I saw. Like, maybe Mappa. Well, we're not in Japan, so like
I have
we
no
don't get
idea.
ads
Yeah.
for Mappa.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah.
They might be in Japan.
There might be commercials for it in Japan. Yeah.
They're like Hell's Paradise, watch it.
Now.
But that opening is like that's my honorable mention, like because for a opening that went a little left,
Yeah.
sort of a little that one I just and the animation is like an acid trip and it's really cool.
Yeah.
It is really cool. And that animation and the song like just match perfectly.
Yeah, they do. It's really, really good. It's an acid trip, and it fits the show perfectly because the show is an acid trip at points. So, I like that a lot. My honorable mention is We Are Blue or whatever. JJK's first.
So we just swapped our.
Yeah, pretty much. But my second honorable mention is not Demon Slayer actually. It's Mashal.
I don't remember Mashal.
It was catchy, upbeat, and it showed the crew being dorks. And
Oh,
I really liked
yeah,
it.
no, I remember.
It like showed them getting ready in the morning, I believe.
Yeah.
Or
yeah,
no, they were running and stuff, and they were like, it was a
Yeah.
whole thing. But it was cream puffs everywhere. I don't know.
Yeah,
It was one of those ones where it's like, I didn't watch it every time, but like the song was good, made me feel happy. It was looked good. So I really liked that.
I remember that one too. Yeah, no, that was a good one. Mashal was such a great show. I can't wait for that to come back.
Yeah, me too. This
My
year-
my other honorable mention, I just struggled with this one so much, but just because like I didn't watch it every time, but Sugar Lost Frontier's opening was freaking
Badass.
sick.
It's
It was
badass,
awesome.
yeah.
It was so it gets you so hyped for the show. You're just like, yeah, let's do it. So that was
go.
it was a classic anime opening.
Yeah.
But that was definitely it. And then Spike's Family was like it was meh.
I don't care for this one. I'm not
Yeah,
gonna lie.
it was
I don't
meh.
care for the current one.
The ending was good. The ending
Ending's,
song.
their ending's always
Yeah,
slap. It's good.
but it was kind of disappointing coming off a Souvenir.
Yeah.
Which, like, I remember, like, when we were watching in Souvenir, we were like,
What is the animation?
the animation, the song, we was like,
oh!
And I remember when we did our anime openings last year, like, we were just both like, oh, it's obviously number one.
Yeah. Facts.
And I'm actually mad it's going to be, this is where I don't like how Control does it. It's such a disservice that
Because Souvenir's going to be on this year, isn't
it probably will be.
Yeah, 'cause it
and it's
wasn't
like, but
last
that
year.
came out so long ago.
ago.
Like, only us, like, still hyped about it. And, like, I honestly don't know what anime openings will be on it because actually looking at the internet, specials is pretty far down for the fans. It's usually, yeah.
What do they know?
But, like, and that's why I watched Undead Unluck's opening because it was pretty high
there.
up.
I'll check
and
it
then
out.
I watched it. I was like, this opening's awesome.
I'll check it out, yeah.
But we'll see what the anime openings will be for Crunchyroll. But those are our top five. Those are good top fives.
Yeah, those are solid.
They're top
The
five.
top three.
They're top
honorable
fives now.
mentions. Yeah,
They're
yeah,
top
yeah.
fives.
Yeah, that's where I put them.
But they're very good all over the place. I knew we were gonna both have Zom 100 number two
Oh, sick. though.
because
Yeah,
it was so
yeah.
close to just being perfect.
Yeah. That's one of those ones where it's like, obviously I want specials to win this year, but I'd be okay with them winning.
I hope it's on there because
Me
that
too.
is high up.
Technically, it should be since it came. Zom 100 started so long
Yeah.
ago. I know the opening didn't come until the last couple episodes, but still.
And that is really high up on like fans across the internet.
Kind of
Like,
boom rules.
yeah,
they don't
they're
miss.
really
They
high
don't
up.
miss.
Number one was always it might be an actual good song. It's for like a idol show, I think, or something like that.
I know what we're talking about. It's a
Is
good
it
song.
good?
It's a
It is
good
good.
song.
Oh, it's
a
a
good
lot.
song,
I'll have to
yeah.
listen.
It's really
It's
good.
one of those where I'm like, the show is clearly about like an idol in music.
Yeah.
This song's probably gonna be awesome.
The song is really good. I've heard it.
Yeah, it's like we said that every once in a while. It's like, you know, the anime can be so bad and dumb, but sometimes
The
the
opening can be
opening
great.
Yeah,
The
it's
opening can
so-
be good, yeah.
Like I never finished that or watched even a second of that show that you liked. It was like boobs in it. They had the heavy metal opening.
Oh, I didn't ever finish that. Bastard.
Bastard,
I
but
never
that
finished it.
song
That was
is
a badass
awesome.
opening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyways, those are our. Let us know in the comments below what you think of our rankings. If you think we left something out that should have been in there, or if you think I'm wrong on specials or Davis is wrong on specials. It's Thank you, Normal Nerd Nation, for listening and maybe even watching another podcast episode. Make sure you follow us on Twitter, Reddit, YouTube, and Instagram. Davis is always posting hilarious memes on there.
Also, like and subscribe while you're at it, and leave a rating if you have some time. It helps people find the show.